Hey, what's going on, guys? Digidesdan here, and welcome to 2017. And I figured, what better way to kick off 2017 than to provide a room tour? So, beginning of the year, nice little update of what my game room looks like now, and hopefully by the end of the year, maybe it'll change. I don't know. But anyway, it's been long awaited. Here it is, and yeah, stay tuned. I'll cut to a better view and not just my mug. So yeah. All right. First thing here we have our uh, Nintendo storage cart with the video game tournament trophy I made. Also on the left side we have some of my PlayStation games, PS1 and PS2. I also have some TurboGrafx games here, just because I don't have any space for them. Do a nice quick pan of what I have. Some of these games are sealed as well. I haven't had time to play them. Some nail polish, because this is a room shared with my fiance. Under here I have some amiibos, some loose amiibos that I haven't touched in a while. But up here on the second rack we have some video game soundtracks as well as some Dreamcast games. My very, very small Dreamcast collection. Continued PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox Original, Xbox 360, Xbox One, a few video game related DVDs and Blu-rays, and then we have some WB VHS tapes. So these ones were actually used at the studios to air episodes, which is pretty cool. No commercials on that. That's nice. And like I mentioned, this is part of the bedroom. We have some Pearly Beat art. We have Earthbound, Super Mario World, and Bubble Bobble here. Closet, you don't need to see that. Some other things stored up there. On the wall, above the bed, we have some Club Nintendo exclusive posters, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and Kid Icarus Uprising. So that's cool. Some other video game related art or nerdy related art. I was really big into Adventure Time, or I still am. These were made by Doom CYK or CMYK there. Just Adventure Time and video game crossovers. That middle one, not really, not so much. So coming from these photos, we have the other side of the closet, and above we have some of the puzzles that we collect. Not all of them, some of them. And inside there we have a door. So when we first got the place, this was actually a storage area in the door. It was completely gutted. There's no flooring, there's no insulation, no walling, no lighting. There was like one light bulb in there. And we took a month or so, or a few weeks, I don't remember, and we converted it into a usable space. So going into the door here, turn on the light, and we have my game room. So excuse like the blanket or whatever. This is where we come and relax. But I'll start off here right from the inside of the door. We have a couple short boxes. This is where I keep my comic collection. For some of my comics, my more rare ones or more valuable ones are put away. A couple figures of the Dark Knight Returns, Batman, and Superman. On this bookshelf, it's mostly trade paperbacks. The top one I have The Flash. It's my favorite superhero, so I have a lot of him. A couple plushies of him, and a Reverse Flash, and the Lego Batmobile. And then underneath we have more DC. I'm a huge DC guy. But also we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So these are the collected works, which is fantastic. Great reads if you haven't checked them out. Mostly DC stuff. Above I have some Q-Figs. A couple of them I got from a gift from a friend of mine. Then we have, I don't know, some more miscellaneous stuff. Some Headmasters, Trigger Happy, a couple Brainstorms, Goku, Omegamon, that I received as a gift as well. Pretty cool Digimon. One of my favorites in my collection in terms of toys. Underneath that, some Transformers, Masterpiece Transformers. As I mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Transformers, so these are a must-have. And some more Flash figures, a Batman and Scarlet Spider just hanging out, randomly. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's also Jay Garrick, Blue Lantern Flash, White Lantern Flash, and Black Lantern Flash. Bottom shelf, far side. This is actually a comic strip that got me into comics from the very beginning. Gave me my sense of humor from my dad, and fantastic one-off comic strip if you haven't read those. Some other stuff. I have a couple 90s Flash VHS tapes signed by I forgot his name. John Wesley Shipp. That was bad, which is cool. A couple other statues, Flash, Batman, and we have the Mega Man that came with the Mega Man Legacy Edition. So going into the more relaxing area, we have my couch with the Mario blanket. This is a Zelda blanket, the remotes. This actually opens up, has all my Nintendo powers in there, but I don't want to open that up right now. Just some plushies. A couple posters. What's cool about this room is like there was no windows in it either, so we put windows in here. Brings a little bit more light into the room, but I did put some tint on the windows so less UV light gets in, so it protects some more of my things. On the wall, we have some Club Nintendo Legend of Zelda posters. And then this is my fiance's corner. She's big into Disney. She's got some Disney Tsum Tsum, lunch boxes, picture of us. She's also into Sanrio, so Pochako, Keroppi. Winnie the Pooh is her favorite Disney character. These are some of our other puzzles. We actually just completed this one that stacks all the way down to the floor, which is cool. And beneath that, there's some Pogs. In this box, in this container, is also some more Pogs. Lots of Pogs. Put this back. Some more World Nintendo plushies. And this is the main television where we spend a lot of our time. Right now it's playing Dracula Dead and Loving It. It's one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. Very funny. Cable box, we have an Xbox One, the TurboGrafx, PS4, Wii U. We have my DVD and VHS combo, as well as the Mini NES and Mini Famicom. Alright, Devastator just hanging out, protecting my things. Alright, and so we have some of the shelves here that are gaming related. Probably something you're more interested in. The Gold N64, Pikachu N64. Some Ditto Face Evolutions, along with the Vance Nintendo collaboration shoes. Gale of Darkness GameCube. Same thing with the shoes. Some more Ditto Face Pikachu or Pokemon. And we have the limited edition Heineken GameCube there. Some more plushies, some more shoes. 6-inch Metroid from the World Nintendo figure line. Next shelf, we have the Grape N64, Watermelon N64, Legend of Zelda puzzles, along with the Sonic RC car, which I found very fun. I had to keep it out to play with it. Some of the Super Mario pins from the new line, Mario puzzles, and below that are some of my game guides. Next shelf is more Pokemon related. We have the Ice Blue N64 and Fire Orange N64. That price is actually, I paid a little bit less than that, but it came with the controller as well. I got it from a video game store. That's actually a really good deal. We have some Pokemon stuff. We have the Pokemon Sea Watch, the Pikachu Sea Watch, a couple puzzles, the original starters with the Ditto faces, and then I have a shelf dedicated directly for Kirby. It's actually one of my favorite franchises. It's kind of what got me into retro gaming. It's very accessible, very easy to play when you're not thinking about it. Some other game guides, some video game books, Dr. Seuss, which is always fun to have. Some Hori controller pads, one that came out for the Wii U. Next shelf, we have the Jungle Green and the Smoke Gray N64 Wii console, some miscellaneous pins and knickknacks. We have the Donkey Kong mini arcade here, which actually works. So which is fun. Underneath here we have the Radnet N64 DD, which I showed in one of my pickup videos. A couple other sets complete in box. So we have the Mario Paint Super Set behind here. Actually, if I can show it, we have another set back there. That's the Donkey Kong set. I got lots of boxes. I also have other things in storage. That's put away. But this is the kind of stuff that I wanted to keep with me. Alright, and this is where I do a lot of my recording and retro gaming. We have the Virtual Boy on top of the Sony Trinitron PVM playing Dracula X. This is my computer, my PC. This is where I keep it stored when I'm not using it. The subwoofer next to it. On top of the Nintendo chest, which is one of my favorite pieces of the collection, next to this Ghostbusters dinner tray. So this is where I'll set some drinks or whatever if I'm playing, or food, snack on. And next to that is my TV stand with my Trinitron. So on top of it, I have a TV shelf, which is cool. I found it at Value Village. I keep some figure arts, Mario and Luigi on there, some amiibo, random toys, and the mini family computer box. Playing my favorite NES game, Castlevania. And then my systems down here, I have the NES, SNES, GameCube, N64, and my switcher. I have a top loader in here, but I have my switcher. Everything's listed here. I also have the video components there, just so I can know which one's which. I have a lot of systems hooked up. These two, the Wii and the PS2, are hooked up for a component. I don't have them hooked up, but I have the cords hooked up. So whenever they're ready to play, I can just take out the system and plug it in. Just the microphone for my recording. I have some other stuff behind here. Mostly board games, like that Donkey Kong one. We have Optimus Prime Transformer, Mega Drive Megatron Transformer. The Optimus Prime is actually the PlayStation, which is pretty cool. We have my PS1 with the LCD screen, some storage for my controllers. This corner is a bit messy, just because this is the stuff that I want to keep in the room, but I don't have, or I don't want to put it in storage. So this is where I keep it. I have like the oversized Sword Kirby statue, Tanuki Mario statue, and like a Kotobukiya Flash statue. I don't want to put these in storage, just because I don't know if they'll get weathered or ruined by anything, so I keep them in here. On this shelf I have my Game Boy games, which I keep in this here. Just full of Game Boy games. Some other consoles in their boxes. I have a Genesis. I know it's kind of hard to see. A Genesis 3, PS1, the gray one, PS2, Sega Dreamcast, and the Neo Geo Gold. On the top shelf we have a Nomad, random Game Boy Advance. I use this one to play things actually, so I keep it accessible. Some figure arts, Mega Man and Bass, another Flash statue. If you didn't get that, I was a big Flash fan. We have the PS1 with the LCD in the box, the combo box, and a silver PS2. Up top we have another Transformer, Soundwave, he's my personal favorite. Some Mortal Kombat stuff, Castle Crasher stuff, other various things. So another cool piece of my collection, one of my favorite pieces, promotional item. It's a Game Boy Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball pennant. Found that at a thrift store, so figured it'd be cool to hang up. All right, here we have my Super Scope hung up, ready for action, with the background of the Seattle Mariners pennant that I just picked up. Next to those statues, I have some more storage. This is where I keep mostly Game Boy stuff and other miscellaneous stuff that I don't have space for yet. I also have, things for supplies for like the JFJ Easy Pro or recording, cables and all that fun stuff. Another window, we have some gaming books that I like to enjoy. Guinness Book of World Records, Super Mario comic, Pat NES Punk's book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle chest, stored with various Nintendo figures. And this is some more supplies, the JFJ Easy Pro, some soldering tools, and in this container is actually just full of power cords and AV cords, just in case I need them. And this is my kit for fixing games and cleaning games. And then on this wall we have my zappers. So in one of my very first videos I showed the broomstick holders could store the zappers very well. You just pull them off, put them back on, and hide the cords behind it. I think it really goes well with the Super Scope alongside my N64 clock. And this is probably what you guys have been waiting for the whole time, the games, the retro games, or the Nintendo games. So on the wall, we have my shelves. So I'm just going to give a little bit more of a perspective, wider range, what it looks like. And so up top we have some console boxes, limited edition Surf Blue, SP, Pokemon Crystal, Game Boy Advance, Mario Kart Double Dash bonus set. Just some other various things. The ugly Mario plush. We have Earthbound behind here actually, but I don't want it exposed too much. Some other games, Nessun Lucas, and just some other various things stored behind this Hot Wheels thing. So we have oversized Yoshi from Yoshi's Woolly World, this Atari Hot Wheels sign, the Hot Wheels standee filled with Hot Wheels. We have the Gran Turismo set and Super Mario set. Also another favorite piece of my collection, the 1991 Nintendo calendar. And then we have other Hot Wheels behind there. On the door, on the other side of the door, we have the shoe hanger stored with some of my controllers. You got the different colors. This one's actually just swapped out with another joystick. It's very nice to use actually. A couple Hori mini pads for the N64, the Hori digital controller for the GameCube. Got a great deal on that, and just your standard other controllers. And so to the shelf. This is more gaming memorabilia. So here we have the Hanafuda cards, found in Japan. They're from like 1960 or 70. Original, brand new, found for $6 in Japan. A couple Game & Watches, a couple Nintendo statue. We have some more Nintendo Hanafuda cards, some found in Japan. Regular playing cards, also some found in Japan. Goes pretty deep. There's some back there. And this is a Japanese Club Nintendo exclusive, which is cool. Some World Nintendo limited edition figurines. NES Classic Edition with some correlated amiibos. A modded Game Boy Color from Rose Colored Gaming. Make great products. Check them out. This is my attempt at a competition cartridge shelf. So I have PowerFest 94 and a couple of the reproductions in the back here. Some 3DSs, a lot of 3DSs. The bottom row is just all 3DS games. This is actually a different digital controller. I got a good deal on that. I got a couple duplicates for trading and all that fun stuff. 3DS games. Moving on to NES games. So let's go real slowly here. I've got around 100 or so games. Some of them are stacked weird. I'd prefer them not to be stacked like this, actually. I've just run out of space. And hopefully I'll be able to figure out something to do with some of these extra cartridges to make them look nice and pretty. Back up, we have Super Nintendo. And all of these or most of them are bagged in a nice reusable plastic, so it saves them from the dust, and I don't have to worry about the awkward shape of these dust protectors, because whenever they stacked next to each other or stacked on top of each other, they lean. So doing it this way is just a tad bit better. I might upgrade to the acrylic plastic cases eventually. Some of the games don't have plastic on them yet, just because I haven't gotten to it. Some more Super Nintendo. I'm trying to go through this slowly so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of stuff I have in here, and if anybody wants to request games to be played on my channel, or if I start streaming on my stream, then we can do that. A couple repros, like Terranigma on here. N64, I tried my best to get end labels for all of them. Not all of them have end labels yet. Like Bomberman Second Attack, I haven't gotten that in plastic. I probably should. Like these are duplicates, like I have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and these are the gold cards of those. Actually, one's non-holo for Majora's Mask, which is why I have 2 gold cards. So lots of variation. Some more N64 games. One of my favorite pickups for N64. Super Bowling. Found it at a flea market. A guy wanted it for $3, or wanted to sell it for $3 because it was a sports game. Little did he know. Alright, moving on to GameCube. So this collection is just a tad bit smaller, as well as the N64 one. I'm mainly into NES and SNES. So also another a great pickup here at NCAA College Basketball 2K3. Super rare GameCube game. Pawn Shop wanted $1.99 for it because it was a sports game. And again, we have another game just stacked on top because there's no space right now. Some Wii games. Some big boxes. GameCube ones didn't fit up on the GameCube shelf. So there's that. Some DS games. Tucked away in the back corner. A couple lonely NES games. There's still no space for them. Some more DS games. We have the N64 DD games on here. Which is cool. We have Mario Artist. A couple games of those. And a few Famicom games. So I have the Honeybee adapter there. And oops. Solomon's Key 2, and the Famicom version of Little Samson. It's a great title. Some Genesis games. I don't really have a lot of them actually. I have Pulseman, the Repro, Ghouls and Ghosts, and Mega Bomberman. That's it. Yeah, a few other Famicom games in there that are kind of dark, but not too many. Some more DS. A couple of Japanese GameCube players. And going up. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I have a few Virtual Boy games in there. Again, I have no space for them, or I don't know where to put them yet. Just Wii U games. Pretty solid collection, lots of variety, lots of great games to play. A couple of special edition big boxes. These have been opened, so don't be too scared. I haven't played them. And then this is just a miscellaneous shelf. We have some of the retro amiibo, the Hori Super Multi-Tap, a couple of the big boxes of the 3DS games. I showed those to you already. And then we have some of my box games. So these are Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. Some of them don't have box protectors yet. Been meaning to get on that. Kirby, my favorite franchise. Like I mentioned before, Zelda. Awesome games. And then we have my NES box collection. It's not very big, just because I'm not a huge box collector for NES. Super Nintendo, on the other hand, is a little bit bigger. Again, I'm not a huge box collector for Super Nintendo either, but it just so happens that I came upon really good deals on some of these games. And what's funny is the majority of them I only got in like 1 or 2 lots. So Wild Guns is a great one here. Super Metroid, one of my favorites. Super Mario RPG, awesome games. Another one of my favorites is the Kirby games here. Got some other things stored away, posters, promotional items. That's the Amiibo promotional item. And yeah, I mean that's my game room. Sorry, it's kind of all over the place. I was just kind of winging it, but that's it. I'll do one more quick walkthrough for your viewing pleasure. And this is where I spend the majority of my time, making videos, playing games, watching TV, building puzzles, basically enjoying my life or whatever free time I have right now. These are my floor chairs that I sit on the floor with. And yeah, I mean, if you didn't notice, This space is a little bit weird. It's got a slanted ceiling. At the tallest point, it's maybe, I don't know, 6'5", and then at the lowest point, it's closer to like 4 feet something. So if you're tall or taller, it's kind of hard yet to walk around with like a bent head, but over time you get used to it, and especially with all this great stuff surrounding you, it's well worth it. Alright, so that was my room tour. Sorry about the quality, I was filming on my phone. But if you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my other videos, pickups, tips, gameplay, all that fun stuff. Check out my Instagram, my Facebook. And yeah, I mean, here's to a good year. Here's to 2017. We'll see you on the next one.